Alright, it's Friday, October 29th. I made a note earlier about provost and providential, kind of, sort of, but not really, kind of way, just on a definition, trying to wrap myself in some kind of security. At some level, there's some form of, for a very small whatever, on fixing things. At celestial equinox, like high providential, high provost, there's a theorem that they put out, or they didn't, I don't believe they put it out, but some level of human put it out in either lower gamma or upper gamma within this symbolic feature during my life frame here, where I was pulled into this situation that I did not want to be part of. Linguistically, however, there is there's a boy who is, if I'm chronologically 43 years old, he's chronologically about 9, let's say. He's my son Anthony, the Mayan calendar baby. He's equivalent of that age for schooling and for understanding things. His name happens to be Ian, I-A-N. This particular Ian, that's the same age as Anthony, has a contour I differential, which AMA has an aggravation terminology, which I don't know how people associate with that. I mean, that's the words that they gave me for English, but he is an incredibly, like, he's a nice script, if we're saying that everybody's premeditated, prescripted for this one appearance of mine. Now, I don't believe I think he's homeschooled. I don't think he goes to the same school any longer, but he said his sister did. He just recently informed me of this. I did not know before. Today, my son Anthony had a piece of sugar, and then was running around, and my son Anthony was not acting the way that I would prefer or would have scripted if I was in charge of premeditated scripts for the scene, for the movie set of the day. However, my son, as he was running by in excitedness in this new personality I'm not crazy about, went past Ian, and he said, "Ian, shit." Now, the word S-H-I-T is, it's a slang word, and so Ian was kind enough to at least address me personally, and he said, "I think Anthony just called me shit." And I said, "What did he say exactly?" And he said, "Ian, shit." And I said, No. I said, "Was he running?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, so he did not mean that in the way that you received it. I think he meant it more like, oh, that word, it's Ian, let's run, because they're playing a running game." And he said, "Oh." I said, "But I will, thank you for bringing it to my attention. I will have a conversation with him at home, because he should not be using that word in mixed company. I don't use it at home, so whatever. Sometimes I will address it on video, but not necessarily. I don't use it in my normal colloquial whatever every day." Then, second to that, the script that was written somehow by Premeditate, as we're leaving the park, it's just me and my son. He's upset with me about the time and that he had to leave, and it was a Friday. And I was trying to hush him down, and he says something along the lines of, now, he's age 9 to my age 43. He says, "Oh, stop it, or I won't sleep with you." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Do me a favor, never say that line out loud ever again, because it makes me incredibly uncomfortable, because that line is something out of like TV Land, an adult movie script that I don't watch. I was like, and in this particular movie set, it would be misread and misdrawn, because there's adult things that adults might think that would make me look incredibly bad, and I know that's not the way that you mean it. And so he didn't quite understand, but at least at that point, he let it go. So whatever, today's October 29th, 2021, if anybody was watching from overhead satellite or fly on the park fence wall, whatever, or the tree, I know how sometimes image can be pulled up in After Effects. I want that special documented, that the linguistical prowess of the one little boy thinking my son said something, which I was able to correct face to face, that is on its own. But the second script was a problem. Thirdly, the script from prior was almost like a sports book where they had some kind of court case, whether it was for TV show, TV producer land, national sportsmanship, whatever they do that I don't know about in this whole topiary labyrinth that somehow I'm aware of, kind of, sort of, but in a not really type of a way, of sealed envelopes at some special level. If it starts playing out, that's a problem in my daily life, especially when I'm being held in a safe but panicked room, having to explain all sorts of high science principles, trying to get back to the man I was built for and born for before this, my premeditated script got ripped from Destiny and all these other karma words you like whack jobs use. I'm not having any fucking part of it. This was premeditated to write me into a dangerous characteristic and looking like something I am not, which I am not okay with.